What's going on today, guys? How are we doing today? How are we doing today? Just wanted to jump on for a little while and tell you about this story that I heard. Happened in Riverdale, Georgia, I believe. So let's see who we got. We got Tattooed Angel, Miss PJ, Cool Gamer, and Sunshine. Well, it's good to see y'all. I hope y'all had a good day, and I know that I was scheduled for 9:30, but I figured I'd go ahead and go. That way I can jump off here and get my other stuff done before Angel goes live. Angel goes live at 10:30. So put a one in chat if y'all had a good day. No rain, too wet, or whatever, but a one if you've had an overall good day. Well, that's good to hear, Miss Sunshine. What about you, Cool Gamer and Miss PJ? Oh, so now I'm losing people. Okay. Well, that's good. Nani, what's up, Nani? How are you doing, girl? I don't know if you was here when I said it, but put one in chat if you've had an overall decent day or good day. Even if it rained or whatever, if you've had an overall good day. I know I had it scheduled for 9 and I changed it to 9:30 and I thought, nah, I'll go ahead and go live. Doing good, Nani. Doing good. Thank you for asking. But I figured I'll go ahead and go live, and that way I can get a little bit of time in before Becca does. Like I said, I'm going to talk about this story from Riverdale, Georgia. It's a little horrific, so trigger warnings, guys. Very much trigger warnings. Let's see. We'll do that. Yeah, I went on before Dolly did, and I guess everybody going over there. I forgot about him going in or going live. But that's okay. That's okay. Hey, True Seeker, how are you? Thank you. Thank you. But we'll go ahead and bring up the screen. What's up, Ghost Devil? How you doing, brother? It's going to be a short story today, brother. But this is funeral home blows whistle after receiving that. What's up, brother? Finally caught you live and I'm not asleep. I hear you. I hear you. Rocket Queen. Oh, that's fine, Truth Seeker. Let them puppies play. Now, has anybody heard about this story yet? Let me give you just a rundown of what I've got from it so far. This lady went in to have a baby, and I'm assuming she was going to have it regular. And she may have been built small down there, too small to have the baby. So they decided to do a C-section, but the doctor had already pulled the head and shoulders up through the vaginal canal. So when they went to do the C-section, now trigger warnings, guys, they pulled the baby out and it had 2 legs, 2 arms, but no head. The doctor had pulled the head off in the vaginal canal. The doctor had decapitated the baby. The doctor wasn't even a doctor at that hospital. And the hospital didn't even turn it in about the baby. Yes, that's a nightmare. And I've been there when babies were born. I was there when Hunter was born. I didn't get to make it when Tyler and Trinity was born, but I was there when Hunter was born. Now, Hunter's mama was small framed, but they went ahead and gave her the natural birth, and they used forceps, and the forceps gave Hunter a epidural hematoma. That's why he had to go to Knoxville and stay for a couple months. Well, I'm assuming that was similar to what they used, but the doctor didn't use forceps. She used her hands. And I guess she tugged too much or something like that. And the baby got decapitated and the body come out of the C-section, and they had to get the head out, I guess, through the C-section. But it had got stuck in the vaginal canal. So they sent it on to the funeral home. Did they use the, I don't even know what they're called now. Are they forceps? They were big forceps is what caused Hunter's epidural hematoma. But this baby here, they went ahead and sent it on and turned it over to the nursing home and didn't turn it in that it happened at the hospital. So let's read what it says here about this in the Riverdale, in the, what's the name of this paper? WAFF 48. It says a manager in a funeral home in Georgia says he knew something wasn't right when they received a decapitated baby. Ghost Devil said he looked like E.T. Hey, Miss PJ. I just felt a sense of urgency to say this is not right. This is not right. Sylvania Watkins, general manager of the Willie A. Watkins Funeral Home, said. Earlier this week, the Clayton County Medical Examiner officer said it is investigating the death of an infant that was decapitated during birth. The hospital claims the baby was dead before the delivery. The hospital claims it was. Watkins said it's peculiar to receive a decapitated baby from a hospital. We should have retrieved this body from the coroner's office. When that did not happen, that's when I said we need to reach out. According to Watkins, he first called the family of the baby. In a conversation with the baby's grandmother, Watkins said he immediately knew the family did not know the baby's head was detached from its body. They didn't know, Watkins said. And to see the pain and anguish as if, like what really just happened, your heart goes out to them. So the parents didn't even know. And to be honest, guys, unless they tell you, you wouldn't know. I'm assuming. So, on Wednesday, the family's attorney, while announcing a lawsuit against the hospital and medical staff involved in the birth, said that the family was notified of the baby's state by the funeral home and not the hospital. Watkins said he also called the Clayton County Medical Examiner's Office, which sent an investigator to the funeral home to begin a probe into what happened during and following the birth. I can never recall a time that we received a phone call from the funeral home saying we need to report this type of death, said Brian Byers, director of the Clayton County Medical Examiner's Office. Byers said that they notified the Georgia Composite Medical Board of the situation and requested that they investigate. The Georgia Composite Medical Board oversees the doctors in the state. The Medical Examiner's Office also requested assistance from the Secretary of State's office, which oversees the conduct of the nurses statewide. Byers said the Clayton County Police Department is also investigating the circumstances around the boy's death. So it was a little boy. I thought it was a little girl, but it was a little boy. You have so many people looking at this from so many different angles that are completely independent of each other. I have no doubt the truth will come out, and the public should rest assured they will get an answer and an honest review of what happened, Byers said. In Georgia, black infants are more than twice as likely to die during birth compared to white infants, as reported by WANF. According to 2022 state data, there were 12.2 black infant deaths per 1,000 live deaths, compared to 5.4 white infants per 100 live births. When we see this systematic issues like that, there is a culture problem, said Kimberly Seals Aller, a maternal and infant health advocate. Well, I'm going to watch the video here in a minute of the lawyer speaking. Seals Aller is the founder of Earth App, which markets to use to provide prenatal birthing, postpartum, and pediatric reviews of care from other black and brown women. She said she hopes the information provided helps inform women about the safe health care options. In the latest statement from the Southern Regional Medical Center, where the baby was delivered, a spokesman refuted claims in the family's lawsuit and released the following. Our heartfelt thoughts and prayers are with the family and all those impacted by this tragic event. Our prayers also remain with the dedicated team of physicians, nurses, and staff at the Southern Regional Medical Center who cared for this patient. Oh, it has to be a clear case of negligence. As our deepest sympathies remain with the family, Southern Region Medical Center denies the allegations of wrongdoing in the complaint referencing the hospital. Due to patient privacy laws and HIPAA, we are unable to discuss the care and treatment of the specific patient. But we can state that this unfortunate infant death occurred in utero prior to the delivery and decapitation. The hospital voluntarily reported the death to Clayton Medical Examiners and is cooperating with all investigators. Since this matter is in litigation, we cannot provide additional statements. All right, let's go and look for the video that I was watching a while ago. It's the lawyer that okay. Let me know if y'all can hear the audio in this too.
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard.
Put a warning chat if you can hear it.
That local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet issues?
They were blurry, they were freezing. You
They
could
were
almost
blurry,
hardly
they
hear
were
them.
freezing.
But with
You could
local
almost
recordings
hardly
from
hear
StreamYard,
them.
you'll be able
Well,
to
with
download
local
a
recordings from
perfect
StreamYard,
quality
you'll be able to
video
download
from
a
your guest's
perfect
app.
quality video app.
To tell you something heartbreaking, but it is graphic and could be inappropriate for children.
My young Clayton County mother and father have sued their
in Southern Regional Hospital
Hospital
after they claim the doctor's
They claim the
negligence led to their baby being
meditated
decapitated during
childbirth.
In the wrongful death lawsuit filed in Clayton County,
Take
this
Echo out.
claims the hospital covered up their baby's death. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from Southern Regional Hospital in Riverdale, where that death happened.
Good evening. What a sad and horrendous story. I have learned today that the Clayton County Police Department is investigating this baby death. And as for the parents, well, they're just too distraught to talk.
Good deal. Thank you.
This is one of the most sad,
That's the dad behind it.
situations that I've ever seen.
That's the girl.
Jessica Ross
And that's
and her
the dad.
boyfriend, Travion Taylor Sr., have an unimaginable story. Their attorney says the young couple was full of joy and anticipation for their first child. They came here to Southern Regional Medical Center for the delivery July 9th. According to the complaint, doctors had diagnosed Ms. Ross with diabetes a year earlier, making her a high-risk pregnancy. But she consistently went to appointments while she was expecting. The couple's attorney says after about 10 hours of labor, Jessica was fully dilated and ready for delivery of Travion Jr. But according to the complaint, they say his vaginal canal.
What wound up happening after that is just brutal. Dr. St. Julian came in and she, in the process of trying to deliver this baby, pulled on the baby's head and neck so hard and manipulated them so hard that the bones in the baby's skull, face, and neck were broken.
According to the complaint, that is when Dr. St. Julian called for an emergency C-section.
When the womb was open, the feet came out, the body came out, and there was no head. The head was stuck in the vagina.
The couple's attorneys allege nurses and medical staff at the hospital, the couple about what happened, discouraged them from getting an autopsy, tried to encourage them to cremate the child, and failed to report the death to the medical examiner.
They also did not report the death to the authorities of Clayton County or the Clayton County Medical Examiner. This report was made by a funeral home, and after their funeral home...
Did you hear what he said? They tried to get him to burn the body. Didn't report it. Now, what does that sound like? Does that sound like neglect from the hospital?
Waved the flag and alerted the authorities regarding this. It wasn't until then when Dr. St. Julian told the family what actually happened.
Now, we reached out to Dr. St. Julian, but she declined to comment. We did hear from the hospital, however. Their statement reads, while our heartfelt sympathies go out to the family, Southern Regional Medical Center denies the allegations in the complaint referencing the hospital. Since this matter is in litigation, we are refrained from providing any additional information. Dr. St. Julian is not an employee of the hospital.
Okay, first off, if she's not an employee of the hospital, how in the hell is she there working in it? If she's not an employee of that hospital, why is she working at that hospital to deliver that baby? And I know that you can, or she can say she can, because the girl, that's where the girl went. But if you're going to go and work and then you're going to go work at another hospital, you better make damn sure that the hospital and you agree on what happened to the baby, or they're either going to try and screw you over and you're going to go down for it, or the doctor's going to screw you over and the whole hospital is going to go down for it. That's just my opinion. So I would get everything in writing if I was a doctor. And because that doctor's screwed now, which, in all fairness, she should be. In all fairness, she should be. All right, let's finish watching, guys.
The hospital has taken the appropriate steps in response to this unfortunate situation. We are live in Clayton County. Angelique Proctor.
Just so upsetting. Your heart goes out to that family. Angelique, thanks.
Who waited too long? True Seeker, who waited too long? Now, guys, trust me, I don't believe in suing people unless there is a fair enough thing, and this is a fair enough thing that happened. I don't care. I wouldn't settle for anything, because there is no amount of money in this world worth a child's life. And I don't care. And ladies, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to be mean toward the ladies. In my opinion only that I know of, I mean, if there's more opinion, exactly, the baby didn't die, he was killed. But, you know, there's a lot of people out here that say, let me put myself on screen because I don't care. There's a lot of people out here that say they're for abortion and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. And they try and say that you're not considered a life until you come out of the womb. That's bullshit. Graphic area right here, so trigger warning. If my little egg or my little sperm swims and attaches to Becca's egg, that's the day of life for a baby. Whether it is feeding off the mother. Oh, the baby was alive. It had to be. They said it was. I think they said it was. Now, don't quote me on that. It was in the vaginal canal, Miss PJ. But that's when that's when a baby is alive to me. Just as soon as my sperm hits that egg, that baby has life. So that baby was alive. They said everything was fine with that baby. The woman was doing everything right. If that baby was not alive when she went in there, they should have told her. They should have told her. And I don't want to rant and rave about that, but I just don't believe in abortion. And I know a lot of women will say, "Well, what about the R word?" Listen to me, and this is the way I'll always believe. This is the way I'll always believe. Even if that happens, and the baby comes from an R, it was still meant to be here. Even if the baby comes from an R situation, and you don't want the baby, you don't want to have nothing to do with it because of the way it come into this world, give that baby up. Do not, in my opinion, people, do not get rid of that. Do not get rid of that baby. That baby did not ask to be here. But that baby's coming into this world. And that baby might be the savior of this world one of these days. You never know. I'm just saying I don't believe in that. So I'll drop it right there at that. So, is there any amount that should be set to sue this hospital and the doctor? Or do you think it should be just, well, no, it shouldn't be just whatever they decide, because hell, they'll say, well, here's $100. Okay, let's do it like this. My nephew, he broke his neck one time. Nothing ever like that's happened to us. So first thing that they dropped him was $10,000 or $15,000 settlement. He took it. First thing that they offered, he took it. Do you think that they should take the first thing that they offer? Because you know that this couple will win this. There's too much evidence against the hospital, too much evidence against the doctor to prove that she caused this. I wouldn't take the first settlement. I wouldn't take the second settlement. I wouldn't take the third. I wouldn't take the fourth. Because like I said, there's no set amount, price for an unborn child. Even though the child is alive until this happened. Even though this child was alive. It died from actions from the hospital and the doctor. Just my opinion on that. I don't think that they should settle. And one thing, I think it was Miss PJ that said this. There is no way that anyone can imagine what that family's going through. And I'm going to sit here as a man and say that there's no way that I could know what that dad is feeling. Even though I'm a dad, even though I know what I would do afterwards. You know, we sit here and we talk, okay, I'll say it. I'll sit here and I'll talk, well, I'll do this and I'll do that. I will do anything to protect my family. But you just don't know what you can do or what you're capable of until something like that happens to you. Now, I can sit here and say, yeah, I'd go after the doctor. I'd whoop shit out of her. Do this and do that. But I don't really know if I just whoop the shit out of her, or I would go get in my vehicle, and as she was coming out the front door, I would drive it straight through the front door on top of her big ass. I don't know if I would take precautions to help them speed up their process of leaving this earth soon. I don't know. I just know that I would take revenge out for my family. I just don't know how, because you don't know how you're going to be feeling. Or I wouldn't know how I would feel in that situation. We can imagine how we would feel, Miss PJ. And we can imagine what we would do, but that's sitting here and that's not happened to us. But you're right. I mean, we don't know what we would do or how we would feel. I mean, I would assume that it would take the life plumb out of you. I'm assuming, guys. I'm assuming. All right, guys. Hit that thumbs up for me now. There's 14 of you in here, and there's only 11 thumbs up. Come on. I know math better than that. I was wondering when she's going to get in here, and the reason she had just now getting in here, I guarantee you guys, today was the first day back for the kids in school over here, and I know she was in there filling out all kinds of work. And not trying to change the subject, but yeah, I guess it is changing the subject. All right, they sent a paper home today to teach Tyler and Trinity, the birds and the bees, little bitty knees and all that. I told her, I said, yeah, you can go ahead and sign it, but on the back of that paper, there should be 2 sexes that they teach about. Male, female. And I said, put on the back of that, if anything else is taught to my children, I will be coming to the school to have a discussion. None of this man wants to be a woman, none of this woman wants to be a man bullshit. My children will be taught woman, or gender-wise, female and male. That's it. Nothing else. Don't teach them nothing about no damn, they want to be a cat and shit in a litter box, or they want to be a dog and shit. I don't know, honey. Just, we're fine. I'm not going to be on here long because you go live. But I don't want my kids taught that shit. My kids will be taught male and female. That's it. Also told we did have to go to school, what was it, Monday night with them, honey, to let them meet their teachers and stuff. One of Tyler's teachers said he was a gym teacher over at high school, and this was his second year. And he said he taught American history and stuff like that. I said, as long as and government, American history and government, they were combined. I think that's how it is. I'd have to ask Tyler. But I told him, I said, you can teach Tyler, because I wasn't with Trinity. Becca went with Trinity. I went with Tyler. I said, you can teach Tyler everything about the American history and the government, as long as you teach them the right way from before this bullshit here started. Don't teach them none of this new government bullshit. Don't teach them none of this new government bullshit. You teach them the Constitution of the United States, and you teach them the way the government is supposed to be run, and you teach them the American history the way it used to be taught. Not none of this bullshit like they got going on now. This is shit that's made up to make people look good. No, you teach them what really happened. Don't teach them the bullshit. And I went so far as to say, you know, guys, I don't want to make nobody mad in here, but I don't believe we went to the moon. Sorry. I'll go ahead and say it. I don't believe we went to the moon. So I told him, I said, I don't want my kids taught that because we haven't been to the moon. And I'll tell you why I say that. Guys, if they can sit back in 1960, whatever, 60, I can't remember the exact date, and they can call the moon from Earth. Great technology in that time, by the way. Why in the hell do I drop a damn call if I walk out of my bedroom and go into the kitchen? What's the difference there? If they can call the moon back in 1960 something, why can't I get a damn call to stay connected if I walk out of my bedroom and go into the kitchen? Tell me that. We didn't go to the moon, in my opinion, guys. So that's just my opinion. We didn't go to the moon. That's all fake. It was made on a fucking TV set, just like MASH was, just like the Waltons was, just like anything. There's too much evidence against them to say that we went to the moon. And if people think that we went to the moon, please show me evidence that shows where we went to the moon that's not faked or rigged. Yeah.
It's delayed.
Let me ask you another thing. And if you don't believe me, you can look this up for yourself. 1986. How did okay, let me say this. 1986, the space shuttle blew up, remember? Carrying Krista McCullough, the teacher. How come everyone that died on that ship, supposedly, is still alive today? Can anybody tell me that? You can look them up. Every name that's on there, except for two people, and they used their brother's name, but they look identical. Tell me how that happened. What's up, Casper? It's good to see you, girl. Does anybody have the story why that happened? Okay, you was watching it, but did you actually see the astronauts get on the space shuttle? Did anybody actually see him get on the space shuttle? And I even watched it. I seen him going up. I seen him walking across the thing, but I never seen him walk into the space shuttle. Y'all do me a favor. My little Casper Friendly, my little Southern Ghost, is not feeling good. So can y'all throw prayer hands up for her? Do that for me, please. I know she's not feeling well, so. Well, I don't know she's not feeling well. It just says, I feel awful, but I'll be okay. Which, come on, girl. Y'all throw prayer hands up for my little Southern Ghost, would you? Or get wells or whatever y'all want to do. Just make her feel better. Let her know she's loved in here, which she should know that already by now. But still. And I won't put them in there, but I will say this. I do hope you get to feeling better, Casper, because we do miss you here. Even though you come in, I know you're still not feeling well. So thank you for doing that, but you need to take care of yourself, and then you can come in. Just, I want you to be good and better instead of, you not feeling well, but thank you guys. Thank you for doing that. She better know she's loved in here. I don't tell her 20 times a day, but I just hope she knows that she is loved in here. But guys, that's what I'm saying. Don't let the government lie to you. The government will lie to you every time. Okay? Another lie that gets me. Well, good. I'm glad you do know that. We do love you, girl. Another thing that gets me. Go back to the election. Some 4 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, something like that. I don't remember the exact date. But I know that probably 110 of my relatives voted for Biden. Did you hear me? 110 of my relatives voted for Biden. And there's probably only 3 of us left. And I'm not counting my uncles and that. I'm counting my relatives. So they went and dug up my other relatives and used their votes. That's a little weird. Really. How many times you been to Uranus, Rocket? You gonna take the roundabout way? There's an easy way, Rocket Queen, to Uranus. You gotta go through Pennsylvania, though. Gotta go through Hershey, Pennsylvania on the Hershey Highway. We didn't vote for him either, Miss PJ, trust me. I'm just saying that they used a lot of people that's passed on to count their votes. That's why they're trying to pass this law where you can mail in your vote. Yeah, okay. No, that ain't happening. I'll go down here to the little thing now that I can vote again. Trust me, Buck will make me go. And I'll see other people. Come on, guys. 15 people watching and 13 thumbs up. And don't forget, guys, tomorrow is the last night you can put in for your R&B selection that you want to hear for Friday night. Concert for Motley Crue's all set up, ready to go. Y'all be ready, 7 p.m. Saturday night. But Friday night is... You're fine. R&B, so please get in your vote. Mr. Michigan. Oh, they got the best fudge up there in Uranus? And if anybody can't use the email or whatever, message somebody, Rocket Queen, message Casper, and tell them your R&B that you want to hear for Friday night. Please. If not, let me put that back. Is Rocket, do you have the email for the bonfire request? She said she'd pass it on to me for 10. But when you give it to me, you owe me 20. Thank you, Rocket Queen and True Seeker. Thank you both. So what I'm going to do, first one I come to. All right, it's pinned at the top. I don't know whose. It was Rocket Queen. I just grabbed the first one I come to. So if you want to get your email in for your song for Friday night, it's pinned at the top up there, top of the chat. Get it in tonight, True Seeker, because tomorrow at midnight is the last night for this week. Now Saturday's all set up, but Friday ain't. Let me see if anybody sent anything in. If anybody's not sent anything in, it's going to be a short concert. Any R&B song, yes. There is nobody that sent any music in. Nobody. So if you don't send it in, there won't be no music playing. All right. You can send it in through the email, or if you're in Discord, you can send it in Discord in the bonfire request. You know that. You better not miss Saturday. Take you tablet with you, and I'll play it as loud as I can. All right, Rocket, you can send them through that email if you want to, and just tell me their name and who it's. I know yours, Nani, already. I guarantee you, I know yours already. I guarantee you, I know what yours is. If it's the same one that you want played every time by the same person. If it's not, you might have changed it. All right, Mr. Mission. Oh, it's not that one? Okay, well, you shocked the shit out of me there, then. I won't guess this one until I get to see it, right? But now, the only thing I got to do is get the music and set it up. Concert's already set up, ready to go. All I got to do is get the music set up and lined up to which, how it goes. Let me try and guess. If I guess it, I'm only going to guess twice. If I guess it, you just say yes. And it's R&B. I'm sure it's either the late 80s or early 90s. Uh, try and embarrass them, but it backfired. So like mid 80s or early 80s. I'm just going to have to look, Nani, because that's, you got me on that one. I could have sworn you was going to do Coolio. Wouldn't my group that started with C, is it? The name of the group starts with C. Oh, it's not a group. Okay. Damn, you gonna have me guessing until I see it. Does he like purple? Damn you, Nani. I just have to see, I guess. – 2009. Hell, I don't even know no songs from then. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, damn, I don't know nobody from 2965. All right, well, Rocket, don't forget to send it to me. I'll never guess it, Nani. Ghost, did you actually say? Because that's what I was going to request. Which one you going to request? Ray Charles. Nani. Oh, Ray Charles. Okay. When Miss PJ said Roy Orbison, I was thinking Roy Orbison and Ray Charles are one and the same, and I was getting ready to say, well, I didn't see that coming. But don't forget to send them to me in that email, Rocket. Oh, yeah, I know he is, but I wasn't even thinking. Like I said, when I seen Ray Charles up there, I was thinking, as a joke, I didn't see that one coming. But it can be R&B from any era. So tomorrow, y'all guys remind me to put this in the chat when we, because me and Becky are going to do. It would probably end up being the end of that whole book on the dark truth. Uh, the old Lincoln Continentals, is that what y'all drove, Nani? Oh, yeah, I know. His strikes didn't. I seen Michelle Walks and Lip Lock No More, and they both won. What was he? Okay, this is what I don't understand. Why did he try and strike someone? Because once they bought that book through Amazon, that was their book. And if anybody really wanted to strike, they could strike him because he was using everything under the sun. WJHL, CYB, all these other pages off of YouTube. So they could have copy struck him. He tried to copyright strike him because it had his name on the book. Don't matter if you got your name on that book. Once you put that book out there to be sold, that puts the book in the person that bought its hand. So you can't strike for somebody that's bought. Well, pick something. Anything from R&B from, say, 70s on up to now. As long as it's R&B. But I was going to do the same thing. If he would copyright strike me, we'd have took that shit on as far as we could have took it. Because, like I said, I bought the book, so that gave me rights to that book to do whatever I wanted to. Rocket loves Katy Perry. Okie dokie. Well, she can play some Katy Perry. Since Ghost Devil's going to play some Vanilla Ice. Ice, ice, baby. All right, guys, I'm going to get ready to jump off here because Casper, she's such a good songwriter. Her lyrics are so intelligent. Are you drunk already this early, Rocket Queen? No offense, I do like Katy Perry, but I'll pass. But guys, remember, send me in that songs before tomorrow at midnight. Well, at least we made you laugh in here, Casper. So that should make you feel better. Do you think you're going to be better by the time Saturday rolls around, or do you want me to do another concert and then we'll save Motley Crue for the last one? Yeah. Should I do that, Casper? Just say Motley Crue for the last concert ever? And we'll just do one tomorrow since you're not, or for Saturday since you're not feeling well. I know you will, Casper, honey. I'm just messing with you. But guys, thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you for listening to the story. You know, guys, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do it. And I do work with a guy, and he's wanting to do a wrestling podcast. So I might do that. I know Motley will make her feel better. She'll be up and dancing around and everything. But I'm thinking about doing that with him. So if I do that, I will let y'all know. What's up, Redneck? How you doing, brother? Getting ready to jump off of here. I'm going to go ahead and take a shower, and then Becca will be coming live in about 25 minutes. 23 minutes now. How was your live a while ago? I come in and I said, hey, but I don't think you was looking. But guys, don't forget, go over and check out Becca. She's going live at 10:45. I don't know what she's talking about. Because it's open panel, she said. I'm sorry, it's open panel. All right, so she's going to do an open panel. Y'all go up and say hi. Come up on panel with her. Don't make her sit there and wait, for people to come up. Oh, I'm sorry you had a bad... No. Don't you apologize for having a bad day. I understand. How's Mama Redneck? But guys, on your way out, hit that thumbs up, hit that share, put it out everywhere. It don't matter if you got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, wherever. Just throw that out there for me. All right. Thank you guys for coming in. I love each and every one of you. And I hope you get to feeling better, Casper. Anybody that's sick, I hope they get to feeling better. So y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Oh, my goodness. Guys, before we leave, if you don't care, Redneck, he's a good guy here. And his wife had another mini stroke today. Can we say prayers for her? Send up prayers for her. Can we do that, guys, before we head out? Thank y'all for doing that. No thanks needed, brother. Prayers for you, wife. Prayers for Mama Redneck. Thank you all so much. That really does mean a lot to me for y'all to do that for this gentleman. Redneck, go over and holler at Becca and let her know. And I'm sure she'll do the same thing, brother. No problem with that. But guys, y'all go get ready to go over at Becca. Like I said, 2:45, 10:45. She'll be going live. It's open panel. I will see y'all tomorrow on this channel. We're going to do the story, the truth, the dark truth, and probably end up finishing it. But I love y'all. Thank each and every one of you for being here. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be up here doing what I'm doing. This is because of y'all. Just because I'm the one up here sitting here in front of the camera, that don't mean shit. If it wasn't for y'all coming in here, it wouldn't be me. I'd be sitting up here talking to myself. So thank y'all, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. All right, Nani, thank you. And if you, like I said, if you join, you're not a member, you're not a subscriber, you're family. So remember that, guys. To me, y'all are family here. But I love each and every one of you. We will see you tomorrow night here on this channel for the rest of the Dark Truth. And then Friday and Saturday is the concerts. Well, Friday is the bonfire. Saturday is the concert. So y'all please come on in. And I will see you tomorrow. Y'all go over and show Becca some love. Please go put your music in, because if it's not in by midnight tomorrow, Friday night's going to be a slow, short concert. You're fine, Mr. Michigan. You go have fun with your youngin'. Y'all be good. Stay safe. And remember, I do love you here. Becca loves you on hers. And we love you here at the Freebird family, or Tattooed family, or White Trash family. We do love you here. So thank you. Y'all be good. Stay safe. And I'll see you tomorrow night. And we don't say bye. What do we say? See ya. So see you tomorrow night.